Hello, friends of Komodo platform, friends of Pirate Chain, and friends of Bitcoin, friends of crypto price charts. I'm the Giuliano. It's 27th of October. It's a Wednesday. We're a couple of days away. I was reminded that there's a Friday's futures expiry Bitcoin action. So that's some of the fundamental aspects. But we're going to look at the technical aspects to this Bitcoin price chart. And so thanks for joining me. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to share the screen. We can get right into it. And here we go. So we'll take a look at the Bitcoin price chart. KMD getting hit hard. Pirate Chain trying to hang in there. The main story right now will be BTC USD, but the charts like Origin Trail that track BTC, and even the Darrow chart are looking quite nice on a day like today. And I guess when BTC is down, it's easier to, if you're moving up in dollars, it's easier to go up also in BTC at a higher rate. So anyway, here we are. This is a weekly time frame. We're in this hopefully just a 2-candle correction, but we'll see what it works like on the weekly time frame. And we're going to keep a lot of these same levels that we've previously marked out. For example, we have all of these highs here in pink. So that's where we currently sit now, as you see over here. And then we have this rectangular box, which relates to the lows in these areas as well. And it also represents the top of this box here, which anyway, it represents, again, these lows at this level here, support resistance. So having said that, we get into the price chart and we could have a short negative momentum or could be prolonged. This is a daily price chart. How far down does the RSI need to go? Currently at a 50. How far are we going to make it into the 40s? It's at 52, really. We're going to make it into the 40s. And if so, how far down into the 40s will we go? Maybe halfway, maybe around the 45 level, 44. We'll see. Does it need to go completely oversold? That's going to be a rough correction. It might be more so a correction through time than just price. More of a sideways correction than a down correction. It's possible. Okay, so in terms of levels, let's take a look at potential levels where we might hit. So one thing I noticed is this correction here. Okay, so firstly, sorry, we are eventually, it seems like, getting up here, but I'm gonna have to get rid of you for now because I don't want to be distracted. Now, we have this correction here, which looks like a smaller version of this one right here so far. And basically, we have this part of it being painted so far, if that's the case. In which case, if we are doing that, then we might bounce back and retest this similar levels, and then potentially move higher. So that's that idea. And then when we look on the 4-hour time frame, it'll actually look a bit more like this with its own twist, but basically there'll be more candles. So we'll take a look at that. So if we want to just use levels, okay, this correction here, by the way, is the 6th of September, 7th of September correction here, which lasted till the end of September. So now we have this one here from 21st of October, and now we are today, 27th of October. Shorter time frame, smaller degree, I imagine. Okay, something more akin to this type of degree of correction right here. All right, or even one of these kinds of corrective moves here. It chops around and it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, whatever it is, but it's not an impulse move up or even an impulse move down. It involves some impulse moves down because it's more so a downward price trend than an upward, since previously the upward price trend was broken, right? So we're going to take away that break line here, the trend line that was broken to the downside. And yeah, one thing to note, We supported at the 20-day moving average, but it didn't last long and we dumped lower. Okay, so the bottom of the Bollinger Band is here around the 53,000 level. So that's one idea. And that relates to this top price action here and this supportive price action here. Okay, so anywhere in there, and that also relates all the way back here to these levels. And it's kind of that midway point within this bigger rectangle that we had painted previously. So we'll bring it in for fun, just roughly there. Okay, now we will paint you. Nope, sorry. We'll give you orange because that's like, wow, you've really come far. But it's possible, but less likely than one of these levels, either current or probably something like 57, 56, probably just below where everyone thinks it needs to stop so that it could just wreck a few more people, or not even wreck them, but just hurt them as much as possible, disrupt them, whatever. That's what the market likes to do, likes to jostle everybody out of their money. Okay. Now, if we're looking at extensions, body to body, and then when we take the wicks, it'll be more like, we'll do that using the 4-hour candle movements. So we have basically here to here as a wave. As soon as we came up, this was a nice bullish engulfing after these 2 reversal candles here, but then we started bearish engulfing that's a good sign for making a zigzag here or some form of further down correction. So where does that bring us? That brings us here to a 1-to-1 move, and it brings us basically where we are right now. And then that's with the wick. So we're not there with the body yet if we're really trying to stay decently tight, but that's fine. So 58,000 is a body using the bodies. When we use the wicks, it's a little bit different. We start looking at a level around the 56,000. Okay, so either we're here already and we already have a line painted here, or we come around the 56,000 level, which is previously these supports here, and around this level of this top of this box yellow, bottom of this box purple, right here. Okay, so 56,000 is a real possibility here, and then that could continue a little bit towards the end of the week. We could be out of this by next week, or it might prolong for another week, depending on how the weekly chart needs to figure its price movements and candle action, price candle action. All right, okay, now the other thing is I would want to say that it does also represent, like if we were going to say, okay, fine, so this is a bigger degree of retracement than correction than all of these red candles here and wicks. So we'll take from the bottom of this move up to the top of the move up and see where are we in terms of retracements. Okay, so we have our levels set. We have this one here in orange that we already painted first, and then we've got this level of this box, which is a white line between the purple and the yellow boxes here, which is a general zone, which is really more like around the bottom of this price level if we want to do it that way. And then we have this pink level where we are currently, which seems probably like an intermediate level, because if not, then then it's pretty strong. Then that's actually a really strong move in terms of retracing, but not even a 1-to-1 extension on this zigzag retracement. If it's less than 1-to-1, that bodes well for moving higher more quickly. So if we want to check that out just for fun quickly, where are we? We are at around, I think, 78.6. Yeah, exactly. So we're at a 78.6 currently. So this is, this doesn't mean we must, but there's a good chance here. If this were to reverse here, that's great. But it seems like, generally we would try and, the price likes to get to a 1-to-1 at least, and if not, or a little bit more. And so speaking of which, we say, okay, well, what was the previous move? Oh, wait, did we do our retracement? First we do our retracement, then we look at a previous move. So retracement, sorry about that. Retracement is not even 38.2% yet. So that's why I'm giving the best probability to like the 56,000 level, because that's around 38.2 retracement. So maybe 57,000, whatever it's got to be between the top of this price and the bottom of this price, in that kind of zone. I think that's the level to really to be considering. So anywhere within here, around this 38.2% retracement of the bottom to the top, I think is a fair place to be looking to catch bottoms and hope for a reversal from there. Okay, does that make sense? Cool. So then let's compare that to the previous move, which is this one over here. And let's do some extensions here. So we'll go wick to wick, and we went pretty much one-to-one. Okay, we went top to bottom, top to bottom. They are one-to-one roughly. So that's pretty cool. If we don't use the wicks and we just use the bodies, then we are roughly here, just a bit more than one-to-one. All right, so that's fine. So that's that case being made, and I'm going to go into a lower time frame, 4 hours. We'll look at this one over here, and there you have it. That's what we're currently in, but on a 4-hour time frame. So you know, we're flirting with the bottom of this Ichimoku cloud. So I don't know, maybe it's going to need to go down and then bounce around sideways a bit before it builds up and breaks through again. Or otherwise, you know, we really could be hitting some levels that people are not expecting. Again, this orange line comes into play, but then we'd need to really repair some stuff. And just to look in terms of extensions, that orange line is roughly 1618. So that's the other interesting aspect to that. But that would be a stronger retracement, and that would be going all the way to the top of the previous wave, which you know, less strong, less momentum, but that's fine. It's still a rebound and a place where it can rebound. So that's interesting that the 1618 is around there, and the one-to-one, again, as we said, is around that 56,500 level. And that is the 4-hour time frame for this corrective move in the Bitcoin price chart. Now, if we want to take some sort of, let's see if it works this way, channel. I want to just take, you know, these bodies here. I mean, it doesn't look like, you know, like there's room to go, and then we're down here by the 30th, 31st of October, end of the month, end of the week. So that's around here, and by then, who knows, it might even bounce back up to this line around 58,000. But this is just speculation. So we'll see where we get by then. We just keep a watch on it, and we'll see this channel play itself out, if any. All right, that's a 4-hour time frame. And just going to the monthly, since we're nearing the end of the month. Monthly candle can afford to end, you know, anywhere around here. It's still quite a strong candle, I would say. Although, yeah, no, this is quite a strong candle. What are you going to say? Other than cool, the price is kind of hanging out at previous all-time high levels. Not exactly, but so we're not out of any of this yet. And you know, the market, if ever, was playing with our minds. I mean, it's this kind of time when the market likes to play with our minds. And you know, it's fun to be here. I'm glad you're here. I hope it's been helpful. I'm going to end it for now. Let's see what we look like in a day or two. I'm definitely looking forward to play out the rest of this week with you. All right, I think that's it. We're going to stick with the BTC price charts for now, and just keep an eye, the same levels as before on the Pirate Chain and the KMD price charts, and some other interesting action with the Origin Trail and with Darrow. But I'll come around with that again tomorrow, or the next day. All right, for now, I'm out of here. Love, peace, and happiness to you. Goodbye.